to show you guys accessories I've put on my bike, and what I think of them. Okay, so you might have seen in one of my videos before that I had twice now I've had to replace my seals on my shocks, and let's face it, upside down shocks, well, yeah, they work well, but the old conventional shocks had big rubber boots on them, face the other way round. Did the chrome ever get damaged? No, not ever. These ones, yeah, I've done it twice now. So I've chipped the chrome twice and busted the seals. It's the little tiny chip piece of chrome on the fork has gone up and just cut the seal, and then it's leaked oil everywhere, over my brake mostly. So I got these covers. It's just like a bit of neoprene, wetsuit material. Just has a zippy tie at the top, one at the bottom. I've been told once I put these on, you still have to cut the zippy ties and clean underneath, which I did on the last ride, and it was muddy as anything. Went through creek crossings, if you watch that video, and I pulled these off and cleaned them out last time, and it was clean. There was nothing in there. To put them on, you actually have to pull your forks off to do it. So just on the stand, undo your triple clamps, pull your front wheel off, slide the fork out, and it actually slides down from the top and on. B&B radiator guard. So this acts as a radiator guard and also side impact protection, so that the radiator doesn't get twisted when you have a hit on the side. Now, I've obviously laid this over a few times and haven't had any issues with that, although I have had my radiator leak once. Just underneath this little mount here, which is, I'm told, extremely common, and I just had it repaired. Cost me $44 down the road, so happy days. You guys would have saw my Lynx fairing, this one here. So this is the Lynx with the slide up and down screen. This is it finished. I don't think I showed a video of it finished, and it's a dash. I've got charge port here. I didn't buy it with the already fitted accessories here because I wanted to put this one in because it's a marine one, and it's also 4.8 amps, so works better, more power for wireless charge head here. They need a little bit more power. Okay, moving right along. Denali D3 spotties. Oh my god, brilliant. Denali D3 spotties are really good. Bark busters for me, it's a must. Gotta have bark busters. And look, I just replaced my handguards because they were worn out. Quickly, the other thing, the standard mirrors, I don't like them at all. They're too high, and when you get on and off your bike, you're bashing your head on them. They get in the way. You can't move them out the way when you're going through the bush. They hit all the trees. If you saw my Husky trek, I smashed both of them in the first 2 days. I don't like the double take mirrors because they're just too big and bulky, so we've gone to these, which is cheap as anything from the MX store. It's like $40 something for the mirrors, and they're brilliant. And they fold in. You just undo this screw and they fold in. Yeah, given they don't fold in quite as quick as the double takes, and you've got to just put a screwdriver on them, but they are shorter and sit in closer than the standard ones, so don't hit as many trees. And I have hit stacks of trees in them. Look, they haven't broken. They got a little bit more give. They don't vibrate. They're really, really good. I highly rate them for the price that they are. Yep, brilliant. I run a 12-volt adapter here because I've got a tank bag that sits here, and that charges my batteries for my camera. Okay, moving along. Compan. I don't know if any of you guys use them, but on the Husky you don't get much functionality, so you get a tacho, gears, and I mostly got it because you've got engine temperature, outside temperature, but I really just wanted engine temperature. to me, engine temperature is important. I really want to know what that's doing, and so I've just recently changed my coolant, and I've actually put now using engine ice coolant. So I've switched over to that. What's the next thing? Obviously, like everyone, we've got the Raid Garage 6 litre tank on there, which gives me a range of around 350 k's, up to 400 if you're just taking it easy. Another big one you see here, I actually have Scott's damper on here, and I've only ridden once with that and tested it, and I must say I've hit a few big ghouly rocks along the way at fairly decent speeds, and it works really well. That's the only time I really noticed it. Yeah, so takes a bit of the shake out at high speed as well and stiffens the steering up. Just got to give it an extra 2 clicks from standard, and it's all good. I do notice that I had a little speed wobble, the front end would wobble under acceleration over 100 k's, and I just brought these back up. And if you can see that, I've just got one line showing. And that made a big difference too, just bringing those triple clamps up and only having one line showing on those front forks. Ray Garage or Adventure Bike Components, Mark, I got this carbon fibre one. It seems to disperse the heat a little bit quicker than the tin one that you have. This one here comes from the same place, but it's actually off the 450s. It's not actually for 701. So if you're looking for it in there, it's you will find it, but it's not in the 701 catalogue section. It's in the 450 section. But a lot of people are burning their leg on their pipe right here and their pants, and I melted a few pairs of pants. So, yep, mint, worth every cent. That one there, little front one. I have these covers on the side because I'm a bit scared of bashing my side casings and breaking things. A lot of people have said don't run them because they have dust and dirt get stuck in there. So I have actually pulled them off and cleaned them behind them and found there's bugger all dust and dirt in there. So I'm going to leave them on there. Again, I'm using a B&B bash plate. This thing is like an armoured truck, but I know the plastic ones create less noise, and Julie noted that this bash plate makes the thing sound like a rattly tin can at times. So that's take it or leave it. I mean, they're solid as buggery, but yeah, makes your bike sound a bit tinny. I don't like the standard gear lever, so I actually put this on again, Adventure Bike Components, and straight away we look Vanash case saver. That's really good. Highly recommend that, because the standard one you can't clean, you can't get in behind it, you can't see what's in there. So don't like it. Recently just put steg pegs on here. One of the reasons I put these on is because setting up to do the Victorian High Country and Billy Goat's Bluff and Blue Rag. Well, Billy Goat's is, I don't know, I'm told like up just under 6 kilometres of uphill. So if you don't want to get arm pumped, that's probably, you know, it's going to be helpful. I tested them out in the last ride, and yeah, very good. Highly recommend them for the 701, because it does fatten out at the back anyway, and these just really grip onto your boots and help you out. If you had really lightweight adventure boots, not so good. I run Alpine Tech 7s, and they seem to grip onto those really, really well. And these things, pivot pegs. Pivot pegs, well, what do I say? Do I like them? They're still a bit strange. Do they stop fatigue? Absolutely. Absolutely. My feet don't get anywhere near as sore now riding with pivot pegs. So as far as comfort goes, pivot pegs work brilliantly. Yeah, they still feel a bit funny moving around. And you got to be careful how you set up your brake lever too when you run these pivot pegs, because you'll find that your foot sits a little bit down when you're riding in the upright position. So you want to make sure that your brake pedal is up high enough that you don't have to dip your foot down too far to get back brake. So funnily enough, you've got to make that come up a bit. And you also want to make sure that your lever here is easy to do gear changes. So my foot sits about there, you can see that. See, foot sits about there, and it's easy to do gear changes. So you've actually got to change this and make it go a bit higher. So just, yeah, don't leave that too low. If you do change pegs, make sure you change your settings. I've just put a new chain on and sprockets, so that's all good. I've got this rear rack. It's really good and nice and light, and you can use it to actually yank on when you're stuck somewhere and pull yourself out, which is really good. I run the standard fuel cover. I know everyone says run the Vanash one, but I don't like it. For this particularly, my bag sits, if you can see, my bag sits across there. So if I had the Vanash one and it sits up here somewhere, it'll rub on my bag. So that one stays nice and low. Just make sure that you lube the lock and assembly so that it doesn't become stiff and you don't break your key off in it. Acro. And I've just fit a Motos Desert HT for the high country, for the rocky country, to protect my rear brake. Venture Bike components again, this here, and so I don't get sticks and that rip my ABS line off. Runs down here. I've got this from Ray Garage as well, and it just protects that line. And then I zippy tied here, run it pretty tight, and put another zippy tie here to keep it nice and tight so it can't get caught on anything. I've changed onto this one. It's got 2 levels. I don't know if that really makes any difference. I'm always on this one anyway. I did mark it so it was on here. Duly noted that I actually need to make this come up a bit higher. It's a little bit low at the moment, but my brake comes on there, so pivot peg sort of lines up with it well. Cover on this side as well. I have taken the carbon filter off as well, and I also run the ABS dongle to take the rear ABS off constantly all the time, and I also run the side stand dongle, because blow me down if I've tried to run the side stand switch and just had the dongle as standby and it's failed on me twice. So just leave it connected. Don't leave your stand down, because these things are deadly. They will send you flying. Alright, that's it from me. That's pretty much all the upgrades that I've done, and just a brief outlay of what I think of them. They all work pretty well, but I understand there's a lot of coin there. You don't have to do all those upgrades. If I would say any, ABS upgrade, side stands a must, fuel pump and replace the filter, definitely. Bark busters, yes. The other stuff's personal preference, so take your pick. Anyway, if you got any questions, throw some comments in there if you want to know any more information on any of those accessories, and I'll see if I can help you out. I hope this helped someone, and I will see you all in the next one.